Today I'm going to begin the installation of the insulation, say that fast, into my cabin build. I'm converting a shed that I've bought into a cabin, and the first step for me is insulating the walls, putting in a vapor barrier, and then putting on paneling. This is my first trip to Home Depot. The total, what you see right here, is $1,700. This isn't all. I'm going to need more for insulation for the roof, and who knows what I've got right and what I've got wrong. So starting at here at the top, this is 2 inches of R Max Pro. The insulation, the R value is 13.2, and it's going up on the bottom of the roof. It will be screwed up into the rafters across the roof. And inside the rafters of the roof will be more R13. Now, I don't have the fiberglass that will go up on the roof. That will have to be added on afterwards because I just didn't get it all. This R13 is for the walls. It's 3.5 inches. I've got $70 I spent on 6 mil clear plastic that will be a vapor barrier around the walls. On the bottom is the paneling, and you'll see it going up. So let's go ahead and go inside and throw it inside. So let me give you an idea about fiberglass batt insulation. This is craft faced, which means it has this kind of craft paper on the outside. The idea behind that is this is acting as the vapor barrier. Some people say that if you use craft faced, you don't have to use the vapor barrier. I'm doing both, craft faced and a vapor barrier, I think. I don't want mold in my walls, so I'm doing both. Now everyone, you can see the walls are now completely insulated, all the way from top to bottom, all the way around. And next we are doing vapor barrier. You can see now this is a 6 mil, 10 foot tall, 100 foot long roll of sheet of vapor barrier that you just put it up and you staple it on. Yeah, I'm a big believer in vapor barriers. I don't build without them. I recommend the same for you, but it's no big deal. A lot of people will say no, you don't need to. Here the walls are fully wrapped. You just go in, you cover everything, then you come back and you cut the windows out. And it turns out these are not 8-foot walls. I hadn't realized that. We'll have to cut them. It wouldn't stand upright, so we had to trim something. So we just decided to go sideways, and we'll trim it lengthwise from here up to there. So this is the house almost finished with paneling. There's one last piece right there in the middle, right there above the door. That's being cut. You can probably hear the saw now. And so this is what it's going to look like, paneled. We'll put in trim around all the gaps that we've created, and it's looking pretty darn good, I think. I really like this paneling. It was cheap. It's about $20 a sheet. So next we start on the roof, insulating the roof. You can see the rafters above because of the way they're setting. It's going to be really hard to get much insulation in there. And I want a lot of insulation in my roof. The roof will be actually what I think of as super insulated. So we're putting in rafters here. We have joist hangers. These are 1x4s. There's not going to be any weight on them, so a 1x4 is adequate. To my mind, this ceiling's too high. I don't want to heat all that area. So it's dropped down. I've got 2 inches of Polyisopro, I think is the name of it. I'm not sure. It's R13 for 2 inches. Then we're putting fiberglass batts in here, which is R13 in this 3.5 inch bay. Then we're going to hang another one of the styrofoams at the bottom. The total is R39, which in the ceiling is very good. It's not really exceptional, but it's what you want to shoot for. The insulation is on top, the 2 inches of styrofoam, and the fiberglass is in between the rafters. And so we've gone down to here. You can see the last of the 2 inches on the very top. So we are just about done with putting on styrofoam underneath the rafters, which have the fiberglass, and of course there's styrofoam on top. We're using just a plain old washer, fender washer, and a 4-inch screw. And that's what's holding it in. So now we've laid down linoleum. This is a 12-foot wide roll. As you can see, it hangs over by about 6 inches, 7 inches. Then we have to go around and cut that out. But I think this vinyl flooring, which was the cheapest one they had, it was 69 cents a foot. So it's very cheap for 12 feet of it. I like it a lot, and it's super cheap. The best of all worlds. Well, there you have it, folks. You have seen the completed product. And it's hard to believe, but that only took us 3 weeks. Thank you so much, Deb. You just put in so much work, so many hours in the day. She was the foreman, the contractor, in essence. I paid her. And so for less than $12,000, this was pretty astonishing. Can you do it? Well, if you go through Graceland Sheds, and I've got a video on Graceland Sheds and a video specifically about their rent to own, and if you can afford to make that down payment, the monthly payments on rent to own, you can just, this month, you got a little extra money this month, you insulate that wall. Next month, you got a little extra money, you insulate that wall. And you just plug away at it as you can afford and as you have extra money. And maybe you can. Maybe you can afford to do this if you even don't have the cash up front. All you have to do is have the land first. It's more doable than a lot of people think. Well, there you have it. I hope that convinces you that this is not something beyond the reach of the average person. If you've got YouTube on your phone, I believe you could actually do everything we did. None of that was that complicated. Hammer, nails. The one tools, I bought some extra tools. I had the finish nailer. That helped a lot. But you'll just need drills and saws, and it's not much to it. Common sense and a lot of thinking things out way ahead and watching YouTube. So if you got anything out of this video, then like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you on the next video. See you then.